All right. Welcome. My name is Miguel, and I'm about to come at you with this tutorial on what is known as medium polymodeling. This is not something I created, it's just something I learned from someone else. All right. So I have this very terrible model, but let's say, it's very simple just to get the point across as far as what to do. Let's say this is this is a bunch of stuff that you boolean together just so that you can get the shape. So just to even prove my point a little further, I'm actually gonna add this in here, and I'm going to union this, and I'm going to combine, and I'm going to triangulate. Now it is completely attached. This is one model. Now if you were to import this anywhere, it would be terrible. So how do we handle that? It looks nice. This is exactly what you wanted it to look like, but it's just bad looking. So look, what do we do? All right, so what you want to do is export it. Make sure you have your naming conventions correct. All right. Ignore this. I just tried to do this entire tutorial, and I just so happen to not be recording. So let me just show you how this goes. All right. So you want to import it. Find your OBJ. Make sure you export it as an OBJ because you're going to import it as an OBJ. Alright, so we're right here with it. From here you can literally do whatever you want. So divide it up. Say you want to like paint on it or something. You're like, yeah. Alright. So let's say we want some of that action going on. Alright. You're like, yeah, I want some of this action going on right here too. It only makes sense. Okay. Now, what's next? Next, you want to export this. Alright? So once you're like, yeah, this is my high poly model. It has way too many divisions, but it looks perfect. So export that as model high. Yes, you want to replace it. Alright? Next step, Z plugin. In order to get the low poly version, you want to decimate it. Go to Z plugin, decimation master, pre-process all. That gets it ready to be decimated. Okay. Next, this is how you decimate it. Always manipulate this one, the one in the middle. Point to start at can always just be 0.5. And look at that. And I mean, it looks just a little too perfect. There's no way. Oh yeah, it did it. Alright, awesome. So if you ever try to decimate it and the model gets ruined, just mess around with this number, bring it up a little bit, just by like, you can maybe take it up to 1, see where it's at. You want the model to kind of retain its shape. Yeah, you want the model to kind of retain its shape, but end up right here. The amount of points, multiply that by 2. That's how many triangles you're gonna have. All right. So from here, you want to change the name to _low because this is the low poly version, and then you want to export this. ZBrush model low. Yeah, let's do this. All right. Okay, so let's say boom, get rid of that. We don't need that no more. ZBrush model low, and look at that. So get rid of that material one. It's always going to be imported with that, and look, it's a little messed up right here. So set to mesh to display, set to face, and then we have this nice little model. Oh, but it's triangulated. So what do we do? Quadrangulate. There we go. Now this thing is made up of quads. And that's essentially the last step. From here, what I like to do is, alright, so like the entire thing is made of quads now, so from here, like on export, it'll tend to be a little messy or have a little more vertices than it needs. So what you can do is you can kind of clean it up from here. Don't worry about if you get triangles. Just go in there. The tool I'm using is this one. I'm not sure what the target weld tool. So it's always going to be under the polygon section. It's going to be right there. And then you can literally just go in and just clean up the vertices. And then you would do that all over the place. And then you'd have to go in to a program like 3D Coat in order to UV it, or you can UV it by hand if you think you're a savage, and do it through Maya or maybe some other program that I don't know about. 3D Coat is probably the best. It's just very easy. And that's how you take a very disgusting high poly model and turn it into a low poly one. Thank you and have a good day.